What is up, Wolverine Nation? It's your boy TJ Ronin. You can find me on the socials at TJ_Ronin. And we have a commitment today. Elijah Dotson, the former Pitt commit, has flipped to Michigan. Excellent framed safety, big body safety. You'll see his length in the huddle tape. We're gonna get into the scouting report. We're gonna get into his huddle tape, and we are gonna look at where he fits in the class. Very happy to have Elijah Dotson, the 6'2 safety out of Belleville High School. Very important high school right now, as we all know. But let's get into our man of the hour, Elijah Dotson. As you can see, 247 has him ranked as 193 in the nation, the number 15 safety overall, number 2 player in the state of Michigan. Wonder who number 1 is. Number 18 nationally by 247, number 10 nationally by 247. Also the number 2 player in the state of Michigan. As we know, the best players in Michigan go to Michigan. Shout out Bryce Underwood. Also, me personally, I'd put Elijah Dotson in the top 150 range. I think 247 is more accurate here, but we all know how that goes. Some of the other services aren't quite on their game, in my opinion. Alan True with the scouting report, one of the more credible scouts and analysts in the game, especially 247. I will give some hats off 247. They're part. I would say the better of the services in terms of scouting and the analysis of players. He hasn't projected as a power four starter. Reminds him of Xavier McKinney. That isn't an amazing comparison. I mean, if Elijah Dotson can turn into a Xavier McKinney-esque player, watch out. That's a major player. Xavier McKinney is an excellent player at the NFL level. Has played a little bit of everything from safety to corner to receiver, return man, some wildcat at quarterback in high school. Has above average size and plays physically, will put his face in action and run support, and will get his hands on receivers in playing man-to-man. A violent striker who has delivered even more impact as a tackler his senior year. Receiver background helps with ball skills, versatile and can play deep in secondary or come into the box as well as match up a one-on-one with slot-type wide receivers and tight ends. Most likely projection to safety, but it's not out of the question that his school could try to use him as a big corner. His track background speaks to his athleticism and has enough straight line speed to recover and run down plays. Could really play receiver for some schools as well. Has a great combination of size, ball skills, physicality, instincts that project him as an impact player at college. Finished with a strong senior year and played well in national 7-on-7s against top competition. And we could take a look here. They have some of his track times here. Clocked a 14.47 100-meter hurdles. He finished his junior season with 66 tackles, 3 interceptions, 11 pass breakups. He caught, this is amazing, junior year, 43 passes, 1,600 all-purpose yards with 18 touchdowns. And as you can see, a Michigan Wolverine, not a Pitt, F Pitt, all respects to Pitt, but F Pitt. Welcome to the class, Elijah Dotson. Let's get into the huddle tape here. So we're going to look at here is we're going to find a player that you're going to see his length and his size really show up on tape. You will also see his dual threat his dual purpose capability on the film. You'll see him at wide receiver. You'll see his athleticism. And right here, this is the wildcat that Alan True was talking about. Look at him just run over the player. Physical player, a man amongst boys, putting in the work. Now here you have him playing some defensive back, or I'm sorry, wide receiver. He's playing wide receiver in this play, and like most players we watch, they are just on another level against the competition. He is the best athlete on the field. This is why he does kick returner as well, which we'll get into in the huddle tape. And as speaking of kick returner, you're going to see, and as you know, if you watch our highlight tape or our player breakdowns, we talk about this all the time. The best players on the field play kick returner. Constant theme and majority of the commits to Michigan. Elijah Dotson's no different. An excellent athlete. So here we go now. We get to see him play up in the box, play the man. Look at him drive. Right? Perfect form tackle. Yep, pick up, drive, slams him to the ground. Excellent, well done. Not afraid of contact. Again, look at him playing field with great awareness here, right? He's watching the quarterback, watching the play develop, backpedaling, makes the play. Quarterback overthrows the receiver. Elijah Dotson's able to get there because he has the athleticism to get there, make the quarterback pay. And now he wants to do his best Deion Sanders impersonation. All right, so now we have him here at wide receiver. Damn. My guy is sunning people out here, bro. Sit down. He happens to be open, bro. I don't know how he did it. I don't know. His moves are amazing. Here we go again. Another play in the backfield. He's playing field coverage and just makes the play. He's a center fielder. You can see this. You can see this in his film. Him next to, so this is what you want to envision, right? Envision Elijah Dotson next to Kainoa Winston in the backfield, right? I look at Elijah Dotson as a potential free safety play. I could also see him playing more in the box as a strong safety role. Now I know that Michigan likes to use boundary. I believe it's boundary and field as their position descriptions for their safeties. But again, you can just see the center fielder attribute. Him being a wide receiver is going to pay dividends at the college level. And, this is really, he really did cook this corner right here. That corner is so flat footed, it's not even funny. But Elijah Dotson was able to make him pay, right? And his athleticism is going to get him to the house against these, these players who just are not on his level physically. Let's check him out here again, another offensive clip. But this is the thing too, very interesting. Like, could Michigan, because here's the thing that, I haven't hit on yet. This was Bryce Underwood's, and he went to Belleville this year, senior year. This was Bryce Underwood's number one target on offense. Is it potentially possible that we see Elijah Dotson get some reps on offense? Maybe, to be determined, but it's good to know that he has that type of capability. There's no doubt that, he, even Alan True mentioned he could play at the college level at wide receiver. I do fully expect, like I said, him to be a safety, and I think he's going to be a very good safety for Michigan. But it's not out of the question. He's a versatile player, dual threat player. And again, just showing his athleticism, being on another level against the competition on the field. It's nice to see Elijah Dotson just dominate the competition. And here we go. This is what I like to see, right? I want to see, how is he reading and reacting? Takes on the block, makes the play. Takes on the block, sheds the blocker, makes the play, right? Very physical player. There's no question about it. In his frame, being a 6'2" safety, guys, like Jesus. And it's nice to see how physical he is, right? So we watch him. He's reading. He's taking a pursuit angle, makes the play. Let's see what he does here. So he's playing in the slot, it looks like to me, or high safe. Let me see. Looks almost like a nickelback roll, but he gets to the ball, right? He gets to the ball, knocks the ball out, plays the ball, doesn't just let his player catch it. Man, look at this. Doesn't get confused here. He sees the fake, makes the play. He enters the box. Physical hit by Dotson. It's great to see that. That's another theme that you can see with a lot of these defensive players that are coming to Michigan. Right here, man. This is such good awareness, right? So he's backing up, reads the play, react, makes the play. And you can see he hits with violence, right? There's a little umph with his tackling. It's not just he's getting the guy down. He's letting the player know what the deal is. And you keep doing that all game. You keep cracking running backs. You keep cracking wide receivers doing end arounds or short passes. They'll get timid. Over a course of a game, they'll feel that shit. Like right here. This is some Kirby Joseph shit. You're a Lions fan. You know what I'm talking about. Receiver touches the ball, smack his ass. Pause. But you know what I'm saying. Like, you let him know the deal. You're not coming across the middle. No fly zone. Good to see out of Elijah Dotson here. All right. So let's take a look at the class as a whole here and see, let's see, what are we looking at now that Ivan Taylor obviously decommitted. Elijah Dotson has now joined the class. What are we looking at? Currently ranked number 12 in the nation. And, I'm sure some people have seen some of the smoke recently about Michigan now getting involved with the offensive tackle out of Alabama. My guy, Ty Haywood, the 5-star tackle, as we told you guys on the Tuesday live show, Michigan is building to have a massive finish to the class and a very strong portal. And the Elijah Dotson commitment today is just another example of that occurring, right? So be on the lookout. I fully expect Michigan, as it stands today, November 20th, I fully expect Michigan to end up with a top 10 class, potentially top 5. likely top 10, potentially top 5. And here we look now, we got Andrew Babalola, cornerstone of the class. Obviously, they're looking to get another 5-star offensive tackle because Michigan's not effing around. We told you this, you know this. Andrew Oldish is still in the class visiting this weekend. Andrew Marsh visiting this weekend. What's good, my guys? Shamari Earls, I believe, also is visiting this weekend. So you have the cornerstone players in the class visiting. Kainoa Winston also visiting this weekend. You have all your top players visiting this weekend. Elijah Dotson, it would not surprise me if he visited this weekend. Not confirmed, but you never know. We got Jaden Sanders doing the damn thing. Jacob Washington just moved up, and I believe it was on three's rankings into the top 100 at 77. Overall, he's having a strong senior year. Jalen Williams, I know he's doing a little flirting with Wisconsin, but I think we're okay right now. We'll see how that one goes. Michigan is, they'll take care of it. We'll see where that one goes. The Wisconsin situation is interesting. Avery Gash, as we know, dog. Jasper Parker, his senior Huddle Tape just came out. Highly recommend it. Maybe we'll do a review on the channel. Benny Patterson is now a 4-star. He's even ranked in the top 100. I think Rivals might have just put him into the top 100. Very high ranking. I wouldn't quite put him top 100, but he is a very good player. Julius Holly, also in the class, reconfirmed his commitment after visiting Florida. He wants to stay with Michigan. Donovan Johnson, the Tony Alford special here, landing Donovan Johnson, the former borderline 5-star player from 2 years ago prior to his injuries. Eli Owens, the heartbeat of the class, no doubt about it. That kid bleeds blue. Bobby Kanka, hard hat player. Caden Strayhorn, Chase Taylor. You know the deal. Jamar Browder, by the way. Oh my! And if you guys saw our player reaction on Jamar Browder, his hands, elite. Some of the best hands I've seen, honestly, in the Huddle Tape in a long time. So this class is strong. Again, Michigan's putting in work here. Look at the top 100 players we have. Look at the top 200 players we have. Look at the top 300, all the 4-stars, right? So let's take a look at what does this class look like in the infamous recruiting class Excel sheet. Let me pull that up here. And here we are with the depth chart for the class. Let's zoom in here. What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing, Excel? Get out of here. All right. So what we have here is a class that is forming. We have 19 players in this class. We have 13 4-stars, 5 3-stars, an excellent blue chip ratio, by the way. 1 5-star. They're working on 2 more as we speak. As we talked about with, we all know Bryce Underwood. We all know what's going on there. We all know we now know, and credit to EJ Howland. He's the one who broke this. The offensive tackle out of Alabama. We'll see what Michigan can do here. They're going to look to get him on campus. We'll find out this weekend. I believe he has a playoff game. I'm talking about the Alabama offensive tackle. He has a playoff game this weekend, so it might not be this weekend, but there's still going to be time to try and get him on campus. We'll see what the boys can do. As we told you, and I know I mentioned it, Michigan's looking to close this class strong. That's how you do it. And if you're trying to land a certain player, you want to make sure you surround them with the best talent possible. That's how you do that. So let's take a look here. Obviously, we lost Ivan Taylor. We got Elijah Dotson filling in on that role. Jaden Sanders is here. We got Shamari Earls. Look at Lamar Morgan, Sanders, Dotson, Winston, Earls. I believe he's like the number 3 recruiter in the nation in terms of coaches recruiting rankings. Very good job. We got Jacob Washington, who's having a hell of a year. Andrew Marsh, dog. We all know the potential benefit of landing a Bryce Underwood comes with a Derek Meadows. I know Boggs is also visiting this weekend. Shout out to Brady Hart for putting in work there. In my opinion, he would fit the Y position, but Andrew Marsh, in my opinion, also could play Y. These players are versatile. They are multifaceted, skilled. They can excel in both roles. I think Boggs and Marsh are 2 players that could play the Z or the Y. Caden Straight, dude. If we are able to pull this Alabama offensive tackle with Babalola, Strayhorn, and Gash, Strayhorn may be a 3-star, but please understand, he's one of the top centers in the nation, period. And he's a dog. And his mentality is like, F you, I'm knocking you out today. Say hello to your mother for me. That's his mentality. He literally trolls little brother, even though he's a legacy. So shout out to Caden Strayhorn. Very strong class here. We'll see how the boys finish it out. I'm excited about it. Hopefully this weekend we have some more commitments, and we'll see where that goes. But as you guys know, that's our player analysis on Elijah Dotson. Welcome to Wolverine Nation. Let's get it. If you guys want to catch our call-in show, it's Thursday at 8 p.m. I got my guy Kinetic from the Maze Madman show joining me, and then we got the post-game show for Northwestern. Be there. It will be hype. It always is. Shout out to the community, Wolverine Nation, all the members. We have 150 members on the channel now. Thank you. The channel's blowing up, the shows are blowing up, and we appreciate it, honestly. So shout out to all you guys. Can't do without you. Until next time, as you guys know, it is always go blue.